Hello, everybody. It is Yobo. Welcome. I have a question for you watching specifically right now. I want you to close your eyes. I want you, when I tell you to soul search, what the fuck do you do? Seriously, what is soul searching? What is it? I don't know. I've been told it countless times in my life. Hey, if you're ever curious about what you want to be doing, you should go fucking soul search. Hey, I don't know what that means. Does that mean introspectively thinking about what I want to do with my life? That doesn't get anywhere. It's just a loop. What do I want to do? I write down the things that I like. I know the things I like. Okay, well, let me go do something about the things I like. Well, is that soul searching? Is that soul searching? Jesus Christ, I cannot speak. Apologies, everybody. What about just reading about philosophy? Maybe that's soul searching. Maybe understanding the mind is soul searching. Maybe when you get in a group with some friends and you get some dinner, oh my fucking, you talk about what's going on, like how your life is and everything. Maybe that's soul searching. Moral of my question is I don't know what it is, and I think it's a interesting question. How do you soul search? How are you supposed to do that? How are you supposed to just figure out who you are? I don't know. That's the question, isn't it? Seriously. I mean, shit. I feel that countless times when I was younger, you're told to be yourself. And I feel that, unfortunately, there's been times in my life where I've become someone that is not for myself, but is for someone else. I feel like I've done things that maybe, I guess, it's taking classes and educational things that I've been stuff I didn't want to do, and it's not that it was bad or anything like that. It's just that it wasn't for me, and it never really made me happy, and never made me feel happy. And I feel that if you're in a I would say, just do what you want. Do what your heart tells you to do. And at the end of the day, it's going to be something that you really care about. And if you don't do that, you're going to be stuck here maybe like 4 years down the line regretting that you didn't do anything. And I guess the biggest thing is you don't want to be someone that has regret, right? When I was young, I went to Key West, and I met this guy. His name was Greg. About a 50-year-old man. He was there because his daughters weren't really close with him. He's not really close with his daughters. I don't, unfortunately, know exactly what happened there. And he told me that he had like 3 months to live because he was bone cancer. And I was around like 14 at the time, and I just spent the whole time I was there at the restaurant just talking to this guy. He told me, in his age, being 50, there's many things that he regrets, and there's many things that he's done that's made him feel great about himself. He said the thing that kind of you really think about most is the stuff that you regret. And you could do as much good as you can, but at the end of the day, there's things that he said to me that he feels like dawned on him because he never did. I guess moral of the story that he was trying to tell me was you gotta do things that you're gonna regret. You're gonna do things that you're gonna regret, but it's not a thing that you're gonna regret doing it. It's a thing of you're gonna regret not doing it. Because at the end of the day, the world is about taking risks. It's one thing I've found. It's kind of silly talking about like, oh, I found this about the world, like some video game, but it's kind of true. Like you look at some aspect like that, like you figure things out about the world when you get older, and it gets easier, and it also gets harder. I mean, there's things about this world, and by world I mean like just being an adult that I wasn't told when I was younger. You know, I didn't know how to fucking do this and that, and how to do that. You know, so there's so many things that I just kind of I regret already. You know, and I'm 22 years old. There's things I regret. You know, when I was younger, I was pretty good at swimming. I was in a swim team on a summer team when I was younger, and I was pretty good. I had a 27.3 split freestyle, which for those that aren't initiated in swim, basically that's a like 50 feet, so 25 then 25 back, and that was a relay. I was the last one to go, and it was 27 seconds, .3. And the split just means it's not like my official time, but also it's a split because there's like an added a little bit of time because like it's a relay, so it's different than my official time. But the reason I mention all that is because after I did that, I had people in my swim team that were talking to me that were like, "Hey man, you're gonna be really good when you're older, and you know there's gonna be people that'll maybe talk to you about doing this and that and high school and middle school." And you know what I did next year? I fucking quit. I quit. I just didn't do it. I just, I don't know. You know, I like to say that I got bored of being good at it, but truthfully, if you want my honest opinion, I, I felt like maybe I wouldn't be that good as I got older, and it's a shame because I never gave myself the I never gave myself the chance to even do anything. Does that make sense?
This is what I'm talking about.
I kind of regret it, and that's a regret I have to this day is not continuing with my swim. Um, and there's some other stuff like I guess all that to say is you should be doing things that you want to do. Um, and I guess the only way to really know who you are is to soul search. And I guess back down to that is how you soul search. I feel like maybe the best way of doing that is just talking to other people. It's not even really. I think looking. I don't know who gave me this advice, but I think it's kind of true in any aspect. Is when you look for something, you're just not gonna find it. And what I like to say is that is, you know, you will spend, let's say, countless hours looking for like a ring that dropped on the ground, and you won't find it. But as soon as you're not looking for it, not but 10 minutes later, it'll show up. Now, obviously, that's not always going to happen, but I like to say that sometimes the best thing in life is just not really, I guess, understanding anything. And that sounds stupid, but maybe that's really how you learn yourself, is because you spend countless hours just doing bullshit, learning from other people, talking to other people. I think that's the best way of soul searching. It's not necessarily maybe looking for who you are, but it's looking and learning from other people, learning from other people's mistakes, and having that shape maybe not necessarily who you are, but necessarily like maybe what you could do better. I mean, that sounds stupid, pretty obviously. Like, oh, fuck am I talking about? I'm pretty obvious. But I feel like, you know, there's been countless times where I've been given advice, and I don't know, I just didn't take it. Maybe I thought I didn't need the advice. When actually I didn't need the advice, and I'd rather just be a kind of hard-ass kid and learn, mistake myself, and go with it like that. And I feel like that is a valid way of living, and honestly, I feel like maybe that is the best way of doing things at the end of the day. It's just kind of blindly going through life and figuring it out as you go, and just talking to other people and just figuring it out. I think there's nothing better probably than that. All that to say, you should like and subscribe the video because you're good and I love you. I hope you have a good one. In the comments, you should let me know how to soul search. If not, be safe. Love you. Bye bye.